Black USB ports, the normal ones. Black USB ports are the default USB ports. Think of them like plain white sneakers. They work, they go with everything, and they've been around forever. These are USB 2.0 ports, and they came out way back in the year 2000. At the time, they were amazing. They could move data at 480 megabits per second, which was super fast compared to the ancient USB ports before them that crawled along like turtles. But today, USB 2.0 is slow, painfully slow. In real life, you're lucky to get about 60 megabytes per second, and that's only if everything goes perfectly, which it never does. These ports can only send or receive data one direction at a time, not both. So if your external hard drive is trying to read and write files at the same time, it has to take turns like kids sharing one swing at the playground. For simple stuff, this is totally fine. Keyboards, mice, printers, webcams, old microphones, and basic charging cables barely use any data at all. Black ports handle those without even trying. But once you start moving real files, things get ugly. Copying a 4 gigabyte video can take over a minute. Backing up 50 gigabytes of photos, you're waiting at least 15 minutes, probably longer. Plug a modern fast SSD into a black port, and congratulations. You just turned a race car into a shopping cart. The drive isn't broken. The port is just choking it. Black ports also give very little power. They max out at 2.5 watts, which is enough for a mouse or a tiny USB fan, but terrible for charging phones. Plug your phone in, and it might charge so slowly that the battery still goes down if you're using it. So why do black ports still exist? Because they're cheap, reliable, and work with basically every USB device ever made. They're great for basic stuff and legacy support. They're not fast, they're not powerful, they're the baseline. White USB ports, the fossils. White USB ports are ancient, like belongs in a museum ancient. These are USB 1.0 and 1.1, first released in 1996, back when computers were beige and monitors were deeper than they were wide. USB was invented to clean up the mess of different ports on computers, and technically it worked, but the speed was terrible. USB 1.0 had two modes, low speed at 1.5 megabits per second for mice and keyboards, and full speed at 12 megabits per second, which sounds fast until you realize that's about 1.5 megabytes per second. Copying a floppy disk took a second. Copying a CD took over 7 minutes, and that's if nothing went wrong, which it always did. Like USB 2.0, these ports could only send or receive data one direction at a time, but without the speed to hide the problem. Every delay was painfully obvious. White ports were meant for keyboards, mice, joysticks, and early cameras. External hard drives technically worked, but no one used them because it was a horrible experience. By the time USB 2.0 showed up in 2000, white ports disappeared almost overnight. If you see a white USB port today, you're using a computer from the last century, respect it, then put it back in a museum. Blue USB ports, the fast ones. Blue USB ports are the most recognizable ones. Blue means USB 3.0, also called Super Speed USB, released in 2008. The blue color was intentional so people could tell them apart from the slow black ports. USB 3.0 can move data at up to 5 gigabits per second, which is about 10 times faster than USB 2.0. In real life, you usually get 300 to 400 megabytes per second, which is a massive upgrade. A 4 gigabyte video drops from over a minute to about 10 seconds. Backing up 50 gigabytes goes from 15 minutes to a couple of minutes. The magic comes from extra pins inside the connector. USB 2.0 had 4 pins. USB 3.0 added 5 more, allowing data to move both directions at the same time. No more taking turns. This makes external drives way faster and smoother. Blue ports are perfect for external hard drives, SSDs, fast flash drives, high-resolution webcams, and capture cards. They also work with older USB devices, just at slower speeds. The confusing part? USB 3.0 got renamed to USB 3.1 Gen 1, then renamed again to USB 3.2 Gen 1. Same speed, same port, different name. This did not help anyone. Teal/light blue USB ports, the faster ones. Teal or light blue ports usually mean USB 3.1 Gen 2, which runs at 10 gigabits per second. That's about twice as fast as regular blue ports. In real life, you might see 700 to 900 megabytes per second, which is very fast. These ports are great for high-end external SSDs and professional video work, but here's the problem. Teal is not mandatory. Some companies use it, some don't. Some just make everything black. Two ports can look identical, but one is twice as fast as the other. Unless there's a label, you won't know without checking the specs. This confuses people all the time. Also, teal ports are still USB-A, which physically maxes out at 10 gigabits per second. Anything faster requires USB-C. Red and yellow USB ports, the charging ones. Red USB ports are not about speed, they're about power. These ports stay powered even when your computer is asleep or turned off, letting you charge phones, earbuds, or watches without turning the system on. The confusing part? A red port could be slow USB 2.0 or fast USB 3.1. The color tells you nothing about data speed, only that it's good for charging. Yellow ports do the same thing, just used more often on business laptops. Red, yellow, orange. Manufacturers pick whatever color they like. There's no strict rule. Orange ports and USB-C, chaos mode. Orange ports mean whatever the manufacturer wants them to mean. Charging, diagnostics, special features. Who knows? USB-C made things even worse. Almost all USB-C ports are black or gray, and the color tells you nothing at all. One USB-C port might be slow, another might be insanely fast. Same shape, totally different abilities. Final reality check USB port colors are hints, not promises. They're outdated, inconsistent, and sometimes completely meaningless. The only thing you can trust is labels and specs. Colors lie, manuals don't. If you found this interesting, click here to watch all windows. Explain like you are 5.